हेलो बच्चों, कैसे हैं आप लोग। तो इससे पहले लेक्चर में हमने पढ़ा था मोमेंटम के बारे में एंड सेकंड लॉ ऑफ मोशन के बारे में। तो अगर हम बात करें बेटा, तो द मैथमेटिकल रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ मोमेंटम इज दिस, एंड इफ यू टॉक अबाउट द applied force is this, right? These two formulas we get in the last lecture. Now from here we calculate its SI unit. Its SI unit is kg meter per second. What about the unit of force? The SI unit of force is Newton and it is denoted as N, and 1 Newton is equals to 1 kg meter per second square. It is from here that mass always measured in kg and acceleration always in meter per second square. So it will become 1 Newton is always equals to 1 kg meter per second square. Clear? It means how do we define 1 Newton? When 1 Newton of force is applied on an object of 1 kg and it will produce the acceleration of 1 meter per second square. यही तो होगा. What does it mean? When a force is applied on an object, it will produce an acceleration A. If we apply a force of 1 Newton of mass 1 kg, it will produce acceleration of 1 meter per second square. Clear बच्चे? This is also called as MKS system unit. This 1 kg per meter square or this Newton is called as MKS unit. If we talk about MKS means where the mass, the length is measured as in meter, the mass is measured and in kilogram, and time is measured in seconds. And second is CGS. CGS unit where the length is measured in centimeter, mass in grams and time in seconds, right? For CGS there is the unit used for force is dynes. That 1 dyne is equals to 1 gram centimeter per second square. And there is a relation between 1 Newton and 1 dyne. Can we find it? Yes, we can convert it. For that conversion, we have to convert that kilogram into grams and that meters into centimeters, and because the time in both the cases having the same unit, second and second. And we know that 1 kilogram is equals to 100 grams and 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeters. So here it will become, for here it will become 1000 grams. This will become 100 centimeters, right? And what about seconds? It will same in both the cases. So let us, it is 1 second square raised to power minus 2. Okay? And now this will become 10 raised to power 5. 1 2 3 4 5, 10 raised to power 5 ऐसे लिख देते हैं ना in exponential form. It will like this. It will written like this, and this is, look at here, this is equals to 1 dynes, and 1 Newton contains 10 raised to power 5 dynes. नोट करिए इसे. टाइम को क्यों नहीं कन्वर्ट करा? बिकॉज टाइम इन बोथ द केसेस हैविंग द सेम यूनिट, सेकेंड हेयर एंड सेकेंड हेयर, तो वी डोंट नीड टू कन्वर्ट द टाइम यूनिट. Let us see the graphical representation of momentum possessed by an object moving with a velocity v having mass m, right? Let us consider x and y axis. O is the origin. Let us first, we have to draw the change in momentum with change in velocity of the object, and the mass will remain constant here. Okay? For that, we should on x-axis and momentum should on y-axis. Why? On changing the velocity there is change in momentum. That is why v on x-axis and p on y-axis. The p is depends on the v, right? And we have the expression. If v increases the velocity, there is a direct relation between p and v. If we increase the velocity, the momentum of the object increases. If we decrease the velocity, the momentum of the object will decreases. It will like this. When mass m is constant. Now again, consider x and y axis. Now the object is moving with a constant velocity, but the mass of the object is increases. Like first we take the 1 kg cotton, then 2 kg cotton, then 3 kg cotton, then 4 kg cotton. What will be the change in the mass? What will the change in the momentum? Sorry, the momentum will increase the mass of the object. Here we consider mass and here momentum. As the mass increases, the momentum of the object increases. V is constant here. And we decreases the mass, the mass of the momentum of the object is decreases. Clear? Draw करिए इसको बेटा. Now let us come to the graphical representation of force. We have the expression. There is a direct relation with mass and direct relation with acceleration. Again consider x and y axis origin O. First we consider a case where v changes the acceleration and mass m keeps constant. What will be the change in the force? It will increases, right? And because it is a direct relation, now again for mass keeping acceleration constant, it will again increases. Okay? चलिए बात करते हैं इसी टॉपिक पे. कंसेप्चुअल क्वेश्चंस किस तरह के आते हैं. क्रिकेट में अगर आपने देखा होगा तो प्लेयर जब फील्डर जो है जब बॉल कैच करता है, व्हाइल कैचिंग द बॉल ही पुल्स हिज हैंड्स इन अ बैकवर्ड डायरेक्शन. ऐसे होता है, बॉल आता है इस तरह से कैच किया जाता है. व्हाई? The ball is coming towards the fielder is having or possess very high speed or moving with a very high velocity. By moving his hand in backward direction, it will increases the time, and due to this increase in the time, that velocity will become zero, and due to that velocity becomes zero, the change in momentum will become zero and less force will be exerted by the ball on the hand of the fielder. Clear? Why? कैसे क्वेश्चन आता है? Why the fielder moves his hand in backward direction while catching the ball? तो इसका आंसर क्या होगा? By this action, the fielder increases the time, and due to this increase in the time, the velocity of the ball will become zero and momentum of the ball also becomes zero, and due to which the less force is applied on the hand of the object. Object is here fielder. Clear है बेटा? इसी तरह से आता है इन हाई जंप केसेस. अगर आपने हाई जंप देखा होगा जब आपके ये ओलंपिक्स वगैरह होते हैं बेटा, तो हाई जंप्स में क्या होता है, एथलीट्स में क्या होता है बेटा, या तो हिप हॉप सैंड बनाया होता है, या फिर मैट्रेसेस लगाई होती हैं, या फिर कुशन्स लगाए होते हैं. तो इनसे होता क्या है बेटा, जब एथलीट जंप करके नीचे आता है ग्राउंड पे, तो वो डायरेक्ट ग्राउंड पे स्टक नहीं होता. डायरेक्ट ग्राउंड पे स्टक होगा तो उसको बहुत ज्यादा इंजरी आएगी, बहुत ज्यादा हर्ट वो हो जाएगा, उसको बहुत सारी चोट लग जाएगी. अब वो जब यहाँ मैट्रेस पे आया या कुशन पे आया तो ये क्या होगा, कुशन कैसा होता है, सॉफ्ट सॉफ्ट होता है ना. यहाँ आया, फोर्स लगा तो क्या आ जाएगा, बेंड हो जाएगा, नीचे की तरफ जाएगा. नीचे की तरफ जाने से क्या होगा, टाइम इंक्रीज होगा. टाइम इंक्रीज होने से क्या होगा कि जिस वेलोसिटी से एथलीट इस कुशन पे आके गिरा, वो वेलोसिटी क्या हो जाएगी, जीरो हो जाएगी. और वो वेलोसिटी जीरो होने की वजह से मोमेंटम क्या हो जाएगा, जीरो हो जाएगा. और मोमेंटम जीरो होने की वजह से एथलीट पर इतना फोर्स जो है वो ग्राउंड अप्लाई नहीं कर पाएगा. While jumping, the athletes fall down on the mattresses or cushion. It will press and take time, and due to increase in the time, the velocity will become zero, due to which the momentum extremely small or becomes zero, due to which the less force is exerted on the athlete. अब इसी तरह इसमें न्यूमेरिकल्स आते, तो आइए हम आगे न्यूमेरिकल्स करते हैं. हाँ जी, देखिए न्यूमेरिकल क्या है. अ बॉल ऑफ मास 200 ग्राम मूविंग विद अ वेलोसिटी ऑफ 90 किलोमीटर पर आवर इज स्टॉप्ड बाय अ फील्डर इन 0.5 seconds. Calculate the force applied by the fielder to stop the ball. Right? So here we need to calculate the force applied by the fielder, and the mass of the ball is 200 grams. It is moving with a velocity 90 km per hour, and the fielder takes time to catch it or stop it, the ball, in 0.5 seconds. Okay, now let's write down the given term. Mass of ball, that is 200 grams. Velocity is 90 kilometer per hour. Time taken by the fielder to catch it is 0.5 seconds. Now we need to calculate the force, and for calculation of the force we have this formula, right? But in this we don't have acceleration. We need to calculate the acceleration. It is easy to calculate because we having this time and as well as velocity, and the ball is stopped. The ball is stopped. If this is initial velocity, the final velocity in this case will become zero because ball is stopped by the fielder. It is clearly mentioned in the question. The ball is stopped by the fielder. Now first we need to change this kilometer per hour into meter per second. Why so? Because if we talk about the unit of force, that is Newton, and 1 Newton is equals to kg meter per second square. here we need to calculate acceleration into meter per second square, and time is given in the seconds, but we need to calculate this 90 km per hour into meter per second. For this, I already told you, multiply this 90 with the figure 5 by 18. It will become in meter per second, right? So let us cut it down, and this will 18 5s is 90, and this will become 25 meter per second, right? Now from first equation of motion, at equals to v minus u, we can calculate this. We can calculate the value of a, right? And we have this is 0, and this is what? This is 25. Now this will become minus 25. पॉइंट हटेगा, डेसिमल हटेगा तो ऊपर 0 हो जाएगा, तो इट विल बिकम 50 मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर. देखिए, right, and it will comes in minus. Why in minus? Because here the fielder stops the ball. It is the case of retardation. Obviously, for second law, here the second law is applied. They are the rate of change of momentum, and this is the case of retardation. Find the force. Find it. Done. आगे करते हैं. Now mass is here given into grams. Now we need to calculate this mass into, we need to convert this mass into kilograms. If 1 kilogram contains 1000 grams, then 1 gram will contain 1 by 1000 kilogram, right? So for this conversion, 200 should be multiplied with this fraction, right? And this will become 0.2 kilograms. Now put this in this formula for calculating the force. 0.2 into minus of 50, acceleration is 50 meter per second square. This will becomes 10 Newton minus. This will the answer. Why minus here? Obviously, the force is applied by the fielder in the opposite direction. The ball is coming like this, and the force is applied in this direction. Na? That's why it is in minus. This minus sign indicates the direction of force is opposite to the direction of motion of the ball. Clear है? तो इसी तरह के आपको न्यूमेरिकल्स आते हैं. माइनस साइन ऑलवेज रिमेंबर इन फिजिक्स. माइनस साइन ऑलवेज रिमेंबर्स द डायरेक्शन, ऑलवेज denotes the direction. Like in this case, it denotes the direction of the force, that the force applied by the fielder is opposite in the opposite direction to the direction of the motion. ऐसे बॉल का मोशन हो रहा है ना, और फिल्डर ऐसे फोर्स अप्लाई कर रहा है, ऐसे तो नहीं अप्लाई कर रहा ना फोर्स. कैसे अप्लाई कर रहा है? इस डायरेक्शन में, और बॉल इस डायरेक्शन में आ रही है. तो बॉल का डायरेक्शन और फोर्स का डायरेक्शन क्या हो गया? अपोजिट हो गया ना. सेम होने के लिए क्या होना था? सेम होने के लिए ऐसे होना था. अपोजिट के लिए ऐसे होगा. बॉल अगर ऐसे मूव करे और फोर्स ऐसे लगे तो उसको सेम कहोगे. ऐसे अगर बॉल मूव कर रही है और फोर्स ऐसे होगा तो क्या होगा? अपोजिट हो जाएगा. क्लियर हुई बेटा? तो इसी तरह के न्यूमेरिकल्स आते हैं और इसी तरह के कंसेप्चुअल क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. राइट, चलिए नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में करेंगे न्यूटन्स थर्ड लॉ.